Well, we are back for some Bleach Soul Resonance, and today we got a filler episode, dog. We are in the Bounce arc. Isn't that crazy? The Bounce arc is here already because Aizen comes out on the 19th, a day after this video gets uploaded, or a little bit under that, actually, because it should be coming out at 4 a.m. on the 19th, which should only be like 12 hours away from when this video gets uploaded, or something like that. But what that essentially means is that we're going to run through the last bit of information before Aizen actually makes his debut. And that's going to be pretty exciting. Before we get into it, though, let's just sort of get a vibe check. I have 19,000 and essentially 100 Jade. I have 8 tickets that are free to play, of course. I have no weapon stamps, but I have 20 out of 40 limited stamp gacha pulls. Where are you? Are you low spending? Are you completely free to play? I am completely free to play. So, you know, completely free to play brothers, I stand with you. This is a good game to be low spending in, but where are you? Do you think you will pull for Aizen? Do you pull for Toshido? I will say as a quick aside, as a should you pass, should you pull? I see a lot of people saying that, you know, because, you know, Giku made videos doing like pass or pull Aizen or Toshido. I will say that if you pulled Hitsugaya, I don't know why you wouldn't be trying to pull Aizen. Does that make sense? Like, because essentially you're just trying to fill out your teams, right? So if I go to like here and I go to challenge, like, you know, I'm trying to fill out my thrust team. I want Gin. Gin needs to show up. I also need to fill out my Slash team. I need a new Slash character because right now I have Shikai Ichigo. Going again, I got Hitsugaya, which means I'm looking to fill out my Spirit team. Even though Rukia is fine, but like, why would I have pulled Hitsugaya trying to fill out the Spirit team if I wasn't going to like completely fill it out, right? So that is where I am personally, so I'll probably be pulling for Aizen. Hopefully I get lucky. I did get very lucky on Hitsugaya, as some of you may have remembered if you watched my summoning session. I only spent 30 total tickets on this character, which is staggering. I expect to get absolutely obliterated by Aizen because gacha luck cannot last forever. So there is that. But yeah, are you going to pull for Aizen? Do you think that, you know, did watching the Giku video or does hearing me talk about this, like, change your stance, or are you just like, nah, not really this hyped on this version of Aizen, gonna go to the next one? I could see either being pretty reasonable, but I just don't see why someone would plan to pull for Hitsugaya and then not pull for Aizen. That is my sort of read on it so far. So yeah, unfortunately Gin might be the character that actually does end up getting sacrificed for me, which is really sad because I like Gin probably the most out of any of the characters that have been released so far. So yeah, let's switch over to the actual information and we'll just sort of take it as we go. So for those who have been waiting on confirmation of are we getting tickets or not, we do have confirmation that we are going to be getting 10 limited pull tickets to be distributed after the Aizen maintenance, which is very exciting for you that it may have been running out on your resources. Of course, we love free tickets. And then we're gonna get into the actual huge update here, the so-called huge update. So SSR character Sosuke Aizen, who is a Tactic Spirits character, is coming to the game. The weapon stamp, Before We Realize, that's a hard name, and the core stamp, Unrivaled, that's a hard name, as well as his own set. Now, before we get into any of this other stuff, can we scroll down? Does it say it anywhere? On one of the last posts I made, like videos wise, one of the last videos I said that we should be getting a super farming event. And what that means is we should be getting an event, so let's switch back over here, where when we grind gear, we drop more. And we are actually going to be getting that. I was saying that I should probably be saving my nourishers because it's sort of wasting stamina. And this is why. Because I am now level 60, which is another one of the breakpoints. I will not be level 65 for a very long time, it seems like. You know, days and days. So I shouldn't be pushing stamina at all. For you who have been very, you know, contained and have saved your stamina, it seems like we're going to be getting a a farming event near Christmas where we actually do get boosted rates. Like I said, I don't think that's shown here, but just for those who are like, oh, where am I going to farm these stamps for Aizen, that should be it. So look forward to that. I believe if I wasn't misreading. We also have the actual Aizen contents, which we don't have really any information on, so we'll just have to see. I assume we'll get another boss battle, things like that. So, store update. New training log. New training log, huh? Is that the actual, like, battle pass? I assume so. Weekly limited pack. Quarter key box. Quarter key box is pretty cool for the people who need it. Obviously, I mean, this is store stuff, so seems like stuff for people who are, like, low spending or whales, but not really pertinent to us because I am a free-to-play channel. Character optimization. Now, here's the thing about character optimization that's interesting, and I did see people talk about, like, what do these buffs mean, and that's fine. Talking about what the buffs do is fine, but here's another thing that I think was sort of underrepresented here. Character optimization happening this early is a very good sign, because I come from Dokkan Battle, and characters do not get buffed regularly. If a character gets buffed, there had to be such bad public outcry, and only from the Japanese player base do they care. If Global complains in Dokkan, they don't care. In this game, a month into it, we are getting buffs for our first premium character post Bankai Ichigo. We're getting buffs for one of the lesser teams in the game, which is the strike team with Komomura and Yoruichi. And we're getting some buffs for some underrepresented SRs. Not to mention Byakuya Kuchiki's buffs, who this one's just fine. I think Byakuya is like more than fine, but it's just fine to see it. This is really cool, not because, oh, these characters desperately needed buffs, they needed buffs so bad. It's not really cool for that reason. It's cool because it shows that they're willing to do it. And while I do get that some people may be like, well, no, duh, I promise you, especially in the gacha space, it's more likely that they let characters rot and then make you summon, you out there, Timmy, they make you summon for a new character, instead of actually just buffing these characters that we already have. This is something I've been calling on in Dokkan for so long. I said they should genuinely just buff characters in Dokkan, because some characters come out and they are dog worthless. Just terrible. So this is really cool. This might also be one of those cases where it makes people consider, hey, maybe I don't end up pulling for Toshido. Maybe I just pull for Aizen, I use Yududu, which could be fine. This will be pretty nice because I am using Shikai Ichigo currently. And yeah, why not buff Chad, right? Why not just bring him up to sort of parity with the rest of the SRs to some degree? Yeah, I like this a lot. And then, of course, we have the stamp bug fixes and optimizations. I think the other big thing that is interesting is optimizing quick dispatch is really cool, because it means that, you know, a quicker turnaround on just deploying your dailies, essentially deploying your dailies, not having to worry about like it filling in characters that like wrongly. Guild is coming back, which is super cool. Already a really quick turnaround on Guild. I know it's been a month, so people could be like, well, it's not that long. Sure, right? Sure, of course. It's not impossibly fast, but I actually thought this wasn't going to come for another month, if I'm honest. It is cool that they got it. That way people can start collecting their currency, start buying at the guild shop, things like that. I would like to see more compensation for it being down this long. And for like any sort of currency that people might have missed, but we'll have to see where that goes. Guaranteed stamp quarter optimizations. Once the guarantee process is full, the next challenge is guaranteed to trigger the hidden passage. That's nice, so it doesn't have to go one over. Added the new Uncharted Realm stage. Co-op stage will be changed to 3 minutes, as well as adding an auto battle feature. That's really nice. Change the level cap of the train line to 60. Okay. These are all pretty nice changes. Optimize the 3-star completion conditions for hard stages 7-3 and 7-7. Let's give that a look. What is that? 7-3 and 7-7 in hard. Is that one I have talked about? 7-3 and 7-7. Defeat one enemy using a technique. Oh, okay, it's those. Are they both like that? Okay. Maybe it's just gonna change to release the technique 3 times. That one does suck. Because you essentially have to redo the stage. That must be what that is. It's the kill with one technique, I assume. Yeah, that one does suck. Because I have had to go back into the story to do that one several times. So maybe that's what it's in regard to, but I could be wrong. But yeah, pretty short video here. Gonna look forward to Aizen. Gonna be doing polls. Gonna be not streaming, but recording that. So tell me again if you decide to pull for Aizen or if you are skipping. Like I said, I know that this is Aizen, so it's just like a hype. You know, at a neutral, this is way too hype to skip for people. I compared it to them releasing Gogeta. Like Aizen to me is Dokkan being like, all right, time to release Gogeta, right? So I get that people are gonna want to pull, but for those of you who aren't, happy saving. I hope the stamps and the weapon stamps and the free-to-play tickets are profitable and fortunate for you, and I'll see you guys at the actual pull for Aizen. Like if you liked the video, subscribe to join the club. We all gonna make it, and peace.